Hi everyone, this is Lisa from Nohproblem Consulting again. Today's topic is quite personal, and I've been getting lots of inquiry about how I get my PR and was I born with money, so-called gold spoon, which is completely not true. I paid for my own entire education from the get-go, actually. As far as I remember, open the graduation of my high school. I mean, I was kind of going back and forth because I have a relatives who lived in Canada when I was a teenager. But then after, essentially straight after my high school year, I was kind of sent to Canada to work for my relatives, and I was treated really bad. Even till now, it's been forever ago. I still remember the very hurtful things that my aunt used to say to me, and that kind of scarred me for life. And from that experience, I was just staying there for about a couple of years and then come back to Korea, and that's when I got really excited about learning English, and my eyes was kind of wide open to the idea that I might be able to live worldwide, not just in Korea. Some of you might know that I'm actually from southern part of Korea, Gwangju. You would probably know, you could have picked it up from my accent, and I have no reason to hide it. So I think in my early 20s, I felt really struggled to digest the concept. The area I'm living in is way too smaller than what I could be, and I gotta say, I was a nice person. I felt like I have to be tough. I have to be independent. So I've never had actual financial support from my family ever since I was 19, actually. So some of you may know that I actually got my PR from the co-op program. It wasn't easy in the beginning. I guess you guys think that I was actually born and raised here and I have full support financially, but I had none. So I had to work really hard to save some money for my own tuition fee, which I got ripped off, come to think of it. And that is part of the reason why I decided to open up my education consulting and also immigration consulting business here, because it turns out that they were making tons of money from my tuition fee, and I'm definitely blaming it on me. It was my fault that I didn't research it before I decided to pick the agency. I mean, it did help me a lot in terms that I was so busy at that very moment that I actually did decide to come to Canada to do my co-op. So they picked the school for me, and they did apply for my visa for me, but at the end of the day, they tried really hard to get some extra cash from me, and I'm guessing they are still doing the same thing. So I'm the victim of what you call fraudulent agency as a customer's perspective. And the unfortunate truth is that I have no one to blame but myself for not studying hard enough for me to decide who should I trust and what school I should go. And from that experience, I've just realized I don't want to be like that person. I don't want to be like that agency. And they weren't good. To be honest, they were really hard to reach out to, and they're not responsive as soon as they got the money. That was one thing that I had in my mind. If I do open up my own business here as an education consultant, I'm not going to be like them, right? I'm going to be very responsive and first contact, like front of the house. That just makes only sense. And lucky for me, people really liked me. Like, people actually appreciate the way I operate my business and the way I structured my business. If you're the one who has actually experienced my system, everything is automatical. Like, everything is online. Transparency is the key. Obviously, if you do want to go shop around agencies or consultation, that's your call. Like, there's no reason for you not to do so. But if you do, make sure that person is also competent and also competitive. And I can guarantee you that I'm that person, because I went through this, I've gone this, I know what is bothering you the most, and I know what is the most difficult thing in terms of getting your permanent residency in Canada. This is a very personal story, but I started my first job as a esthetician. So I was doing mani-pedi. I was working in a spa, making a very minimum wage and live off the tips. And I thought like my life could come around and be better at one point and one day. And it did happen, but it required a lot of patience, my time and energy to get to this point. So if you're a young, career-driven, strong woman or man in anywhere in the country, and if you did want to come to Canada to get your permanent residency and to immigrate to Canada to find a new opportunity to live in a different country, like, so be it. Like, be courageous, like, be patient. Sometimes I just feel like these new generations are not as same as it used to be. People give up very easily, and they are so entitled to themselves, and they think they deserve something better. But the unfortunate truth is that if you don't have a certain skills that Canada is looking for, then it's more likely that you will end up working in a blue-collar job. And there's no shame in that. Like, if that is the milestone, that is the actual pathway that takes you to a better life and better career at the end, you have to stick to it. I know it's going to be very sad and not satisfying up until you get your PR, but once you did, then your life is so broadly open. You can do anything. You can go to school. You can get a government mortgage, government loan to go for your higher education. Even you can get a loan for your own business at the end. So if you're out there hesitating whether or not this is the right pathway for you, I'm here for you. So look for Lisa from Nohproblem Consulting. I am more than happy to help you. And everyone have a great day, and have a nice immigration in Canada. Bye.